Goran Visnjic. Congratulations on the new movie, and nice to see you. How are you?
Great, thank you very much.
Well, I like that little outfit you were sporting.
Yeah,
Was that uncomfortable?
It was actually quite comfortable because there's nothing almost on. It was like first embarrassing a little bit, for the first couple of days we've been all like walking around bathrobes and stuff like that, but then afterwards you're sort of like, it's like on a beach, so it was okay.
Yeah, well tell me how this whole role came about, and were you familiar with Spartacus and, and the great history of this movie and the story itself?
Yeah, I mean, of course, I've seen the film like a long time ago, first time, and I've seen it probably later on, like in high school maybe again, and I knew all about it. We get into high school, a lot to learn about Spartacus and stuff, but like, when script came by and I knew about Robert's work, script was really good. We had the luxury of making it a little bit like differently because we could afford more time in the film to tell the story like more truthful to the book because we had like 3 hours of time, so we brought the book a little bit closer to the audience than the original movie. So it was quite an interesting project to jump in, definitely.
I bet. Did you have a lot of fun making it, or was it grueling? I mean, it looked quite, not only that scene, but I understand throughout the movie the role is quite physically demanding.
Yeah, that was sort of like, it was physically challenging, but it was like almost like kids playing in a, it was like just, swords, and this scene, for example, looking like, looks very tense, and it was like just having fun, jumping across the cameras, punching stunned guys, poor guys, they got injured so many times with that.
Did they? I was actually, you watch a scene like that and you think, in and of itself, just running with a sword, your mom tells you don't run with scissors, but you look at that and that's sort of an invitation for somebody getting hurt. I mean, people have to be careful even. Well, obviously, with sword fighting scenes, it's a lot of stunt work, but that many people and that many sharp objects, like, I think it would be pretty nerve-wracking.
It was actually done quite smart. Like actors would always be surrounded with stunt guys, so extras would be sort of further away from us, so we were never literally in danger because stunt guys were sort of looking that somebody else with the weapon doesn't come too close to us, so we would just do choreographed part of the fight. But always, you never know.
And now, I know as a child, Spartacus witnessed his father's death and became a slave, right? But a lot of the movie centers on the relationship he has with a man named Drava, is that right?
Yes.
Who is played by Henry Simmons. Tell me about their relationship and why it's so critical to the movie itself.
Basically, what happens in the film, Draba basically provokes whole revolt because in the beginning he said to Spartacus and to other new gladiators coming into school, I don't want to be your friend, I don't want to know your name because one day we might meet in arena and I'm going to have to kill you. So when they actually end up in arena and when Draba spares Spartacus's life and he actually dies because he attacks Romans, that's something that really affects him because if one of his real friends actually saved his life in the arena, he would be like, okay, that's because of friendship. But when Draba does it, he knows, okay, this is something more, this is something bigger, and that's actually what provokes him to start all revolt and uprising in the gladiatorial school.
Meanwhile, I know you have a love interest in this movie, Varinia.
Yeah.
And she's played by Rona Mitra. I hope I'm pretty. This is a tough segment in terms of pronunciation.
Yeah, I know all the names.
Anyway, we've got a scene where she helps you, Spartacus, realize his true duty. Let's take a look.
But now the time to lead has come.
When I was alone, all I had to lose was my own life. Now I have the lives of hundreds. Your life. Our child's.
I have faith that you will find the answer.
Where? Within this soul you say I have?
Yes. You may not have chosen this moment, Spartacus. But it seems that this moment has chosen you.
I just asked Goran how he totally got rid of his accent practically for the movie, right?
Yeah, and I have to compliment you actually on pronouncing my last name. You're the first one who said it like really correctly.
Thank you, and that's so unusual
really
for me, so thank you for thanking me. Meanwhile, I know this was filmed in Bulgaria, and I read that you had extras from 14 countries, including your native Croatia. So that must have been fascinating, just the actual filming and getting to know all these people. It was a little mini UN.
It was just a wild, like, lots of people from Italy, like makeup and hair department. Then lots of people from United Kingdom, Americans. There was a couple of Germans. Director is originally from Romania. I'm from Croatia, and a lot of Bulgarians. It was like all over the place. But it was funny. Everybody spoke English. Bulgarian is sort of close to my native language, so it's like it was sort of easy for me to talk to those guys. It was like confusing because you speak a little bit of Italian, a little bit of English, a little bit of Bulgarian.
Yeah,
Croatian.
I thought that was fun though. Interesting.
My dialect coach hated it because she was like, "Speak English, you know."
Before we go, I just have to ask you how life in the ER is. Good? You still enjoying the show?
Great. Yeah, it's actually been on the show for 5 years, and I have to tell that this season was one of my favorite episodes they ever wrote for Coach. Was the episode in Congo, what we did on the beginning of this season, and great addition to the show this year, Linda Cardellini playing Luca's love interest, Nurse Sam, and she's just great. Nice working with her, and it's like, we're having fun. It's still awesome to be there.
Yeah, well, I still love the show when I can stay up late enough to watch it, because it really is. It's still great after all these years. Goran Visnjic? Did I say it right again?
Great.
Goran Visnjic? Goran Visnjic? Okay, thank you, Goran. Thanks for coming by.
You're welcome.
Nice to see you again. By the way, Spartacus begins Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern on the USA Network. Up next,